Mm-hmm. Knucklehead, she called her hard-headed.
All hers. Seriously. Bro used to tell me that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You said to me when you go. I remember plenty of times I walk on out that door like she thinks she know everything. And true enough, man. I used to feel so, man, I used to feel so bad when I really went. And I have to dial that 5, what was it, 5444?
777. Yep.
Well, that number.
Yep. 5444777. What a number, huh, man?
And I remember once Kelly got so bad, I was on the news and didn't even know that I know 50 had the news. So after that rang me and everything, I come calling Grandma. Grandma say, "What are you calling me for?" I was sitting here getting ready. What's my time for this, son? And I see your behind on the news. Oh, did you see your behind down there?
Like you got it.
So I can't believe that, man. And that's why I didn't get a ladder, a scripture.
Something, huh? I know, that's right.
Grandma
Imagine
was
that.
a man, wasn't she? She was something else, wasn't
Man, I love that woman, man. I still, to this day, I miss her so much, yo, for real. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
she?
So
Yeah,
much.
Miss Grandma, man. I mean, there was nothing out here that we couldn't go to Grandma.
Hey, you know what? Speaking of that, one night, when I used to be a
But
truck driver, I was coming down a mountain. I was going
that,
to, I
that's
was,
been our number, hold on, I was talking about this. That's been our number 8 mile all our life. Yeah, I remember that number. Yeah, I don't remember that number. Yeah, you might be right, too. My girl said we should play that in the lotto.
what? Play what?
That number,
What number?
444777. Said we should start playing that. Because, I ain't good at remembering numbers. I
Mm-hmm.
remember the number, and I remember the address, 21014 Rymansville.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's going, and do you remember what our 21, what was our 88, what was our address on Crocus Line? 1876?
I'm the only one who can remember that.
What was it?
You know that?
Was it 1876? 8878? No.
I know it was 88 something. But I can't, I ain't never been good with numbers, man. I can't with the Crocus Line, I can't remember the number over there. And when I was up there, man, I ride through there, man. Man, you won't believe how that neighborhood look. But Crocus Line still look nice.
But everything else is just dilapidated and torn up, isn't it? Detroit.
Man, Detroit, man. Man, it's crazy, man. There's so many condemned houses. They're giving up houses for $500 up there now.
Well, who want to live there, though?
I mean, they fixing them up. You know what I mean? The city is broke, man. But like I said, the black people up there, they still got their room, man.
Yeah, because they've been criminals forever. I mean, listen, it didn't matter to Detroit people when the economy went bad that was in the game. The game always gone forever. It's just the people who was dependent on those white jobs that the white man had eradicated that did bad,
Yeah. And then, Detroit, you still, man, you ride through there, you still see people, they got their black-owned cribs. You know what I mean? That's one thing I can say.
Mm-hmm.
Own crib, all that. Back home. Passed down through generations.
Well, people know how to hustle there in Detroit.
House, you know what I'm saying? And we grew up there, man. To me, that's just a blessing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Keep the house in the family. But that was down that she was speaking about selling it and all that. And I'm looking at her like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that done went through a lot too, Cam. I was trying to call her tonight, you know what I mean? But I got Talisha number. The only person I could get in touch with was Talisha.
Mm-hmm. Well, how's Marcy doing?
Marcy doing fine. When I was down there, her and Ned, Marcy and Ned still be decent. Marcy got a thing with Ned on how she treated Mario or something,
Mm-hmm.
I hate to see that, but they was arguing and stuff, 19 March, he looked at my first, he looked at my face and called me and said, Uncle Reggie, you cannot know, you always was a murderer.
Oh, you know, just for the record, everybody need to grow up. Don't be trying to hate on melanated people for that stupid shit that's going on in LA with that policeman killing those other corrupt ass policemen. You know what? It's gonna be a lot of that shit going on. So you know what? Y'all need to freeze that bullshit. Everybody wanna frown at black people like we all responsible for that. You know what? That's just shit that's gonna really happen a lot. So you know what? It is what it is. Who cares? That's the truth. I don't have a damn thing to do with that policeman killing that piece of shit police department down there in LA. They all need to be killed. It's real simple. Okay? Don't be trying to look at all black people on the planet like we all a part of that. That's the same shit y'all did with OJ. We didn't have a damn thing to do with OJ screwing all those white ladies, spending all the money, going to all those parties that he went to. We were not invited. So we shouldn't have had to suffer for the crimes that his ass did. But everywhere you go, white people want to look at all black people like we all did it. After the horrible shit y'all done to everybody. Grow up. Brother Campbell, where you going, bro? Look at this guy name. CKAM. Alright, AU. And then it's KAMBON. You know what? Spirit ain't no joke. Do you know all my life, this is what people have called me? That word right there. Cam. Like for Camet. And I didn't even know that. Here's another brother. I come across the name today. I say, he looked really interesting. I said, wow, you got the same type name as me. My name being Cameo, CAMEO. But if you spell it backwards, it's OEMAC, which is OMAC. So the universe always teaches what it wants us to know in forms of literature and representation of past and present encounters that always triggers deja vus and things that you could put certain energies together, certain occurrences of issue together, and make a real strong synopsis about what the hell is going on, and it be connections. So the word cam, obviously, cameo, all that stuff has to do with our unique universal melanin that always supplies us with energy, as well as materialisms or manifestations. So spiritual knowledge has to come through this blackness also. And this is the reason why us melanated people can always be in a state of morphic resonances with each other, or cognitive formations, meaning that if somebody in London is thinking about an ideal and the universe give it to this person and he don't get busy with it and don't put it in effect, the universe will send that signal through him as an interceptor of it from the cosmos, and he brings it to the realm of Earth. And now that he done thought it in this brain, this computer right here, he can file share with all the other people of his same melanin quality on the Earth, as long as they're in the same type of interest or format. This is the reason why the Europeans came along with Protestant, Baptist, Methodist, Lutheran, Jesus only, all this separatism to destroy that unique cosmic connection that all of our computers, which we call a brain, have universally locked, synchronized with each other. The air that comes from my nostrils goes into the nostril of another human being. There's information in that air that came out of me that could be shared with the next recipient that breathes it, as well as the air that left his body or her body prior to that went to another recipient. This is the unique connection us humans on this earth have that has been destroyed by the people who claim that they are this color and not hue, H-U-E. So they, by picking this color, default and say they are not human because they say they are white men. So right there, they completely go against all this that all manifestations come from. That gives a template for their white asses to even be in. So I want you to see what this guy has to say. Let's go. All that bullshit, like somebody doing something wrong. And one thing he has to say.
Where you going, bro? Sit down, man. Where you going? We need you.
See, I do low power radio.
All right, that's right. You can't tell you where he's going, too. I've been on that radio, too. Brother, what up?
No, I have never saw or heard from this brother right here, but I'm glad that I was
I really don't want you all to
fortunate
miss
today.
me before we get ready to go. My wife was here, and she was the president of the Association of Black Psychologists a couple of years ago, and she was responsible for taking about 500 people, including about 300 black psychologists, to Ghana, West Africa, for their national conference. The reason I point that out is because I want to say a couple of things, and I'm going to go out of bounds with what I have to say relative to what we've been talking about. First of all, I grew up in Brooklyn, and I saw, looking back on my life, I saw about 30 of my friends die, you know, getting shot, overdosing on drugs, any number of things that took them off the planet, you know, beautiful brothers. So as I started to become more conscious, I looked around, I started asking this very important question. I think the most important question that I ask myself and that you can ask yourself is why? And I wanted to find out what was going on. So I began to change. I began to examine everything. I don't like to use the word critically, but I started to really check things out. So I went through a very, very serious change. I mean, serious change. And what my wife and I did, we decided that we were going to drop out from the system. We delivered two of our 3 children at home using midwives. She didn't take any medication. We didn't go to a doctor. She talked me into doing that, but it was a beautiful experience for me to be there to help deliver our children. They were born, by the way, 2 years apart on the same day, and our oldest daughter helped us deliver our children. We also changed our diets. We saw the hospital system was killing our people, so we changed our diets. We have been vegan for about 30 years. That means no meat at all in any form, no dairy products, no sugar, no white flour, the same thing that Dr. Whitaker talked about. Because we understood that we were in a war, and I want to emphasize that to you. We are in a war.
I say that all the time.
We left New York and went to North Carolina, and really it's on her again, we decided that we were not going to go in debt because the new form of slavery was economic slavery. And we got some land, we were very fortunate, and we built our own house. We built a log house. It took us 16 months. We worked night and day, every day, for the 16 months. And she was out there with a chainsaw in the cold and the rain, and we worked and we built the house so we would not have to give white people any money. I taught on the college level for a number of years at a so-called black college, and I'm down against black colleges. I'm going to tell you straight up, because some of the madness that's going on in these schools. But what I want to say is that there are 2 things going on the planet now. One is that when white people came to us and said, we're going to free you, we're going to emancipate you,